All right, so we're so excited, you guys. This is Lachelle. I know a lot of you guys know that, but we would just love to start with your story, how you got started, just everything. I've heard your story and it's unbelievable, so I'm excited for them to hear it.
Okay, so I have now been in the business going on, oh my gosh, I'm like coming up on 4 years almost. So it's like 3.5 with like some change years. And I had no idea what network marketing was when I joined. This is a funny story, so I'll make it short. My stories can be long sometimes. So I had a best friend that joined this business, and I had never heard of network marketing before. And I've always been her protector. She's like me and her like life partners. That'll be my best friend forever. And so I saw her posting online, and she had like texted me about wraps or something, and I was like, "Are you trying to sell something to me like right now? Like what are you doing?" And then I went to her Facebook, and I was like, "What are you doing? Like what is happening? Like stop!" Like I was like so like I was like completely like blindsided by what she was doing, because it's not something that I would ever see her doing. And I'm like, you doing one of those pyramid scheme things? Like, what are you doing? Stop! You gotta get out. And I'm so green and I'm so red before I even knew what that meant. And so whenever I kind of like go to like prove a point or try to like have my case be known, I'm always coming back with backup, right? So like I remember being in my room and starting to go on Google and Googling It Works Global and stuff like this, because I wanted to come to her with like, this is why you need to get out. Have you seen this? Like blah, 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 all these things. Well, God had other plans, and I ended up finding the Pentecost, and I ended up finding that they were a debt-free company, and I ended up being so intrigued by all their products and all these things where I couldn't find the bad, and a lot of people always go search for the bad, and I couldn't find the bad. And if anyone's going to find the bad, I'm going to find the bad. And I don't do Yelp reviews or anything, because when was the last time that you left a positive Yelp review? LOL. And so I just found good, and I actually ended up joining. And she was so new to this business that like she thought I had ordered as a loyal customer when I joined as a distributor. She's like, and then the next day she's like, I think you actually accidentally joined as a distributor, but I can call customer service and change that for you. And I'm like, no, listen, all right. I'm interested in what you just joined. You don't even know what you just joined, okay? I already know more than what you know, and I just want to like figure it out. Like I want to figure it out. I just had this feeling. And so I got in, and she actually, so this is great. She had no idea what she was doing. And so I love telling this part of the story, because she quit not long after, and I didn't have an upline, guys. Like nobody directed me towards anything. Nobody like told me how to post. Nobody told me how to talk to people. Nobody told me anything. And I had never done this before. I never sold anything. Like to this day, my mom still says I couldn't sell water to somebody on fire. And I had to learn everything myself. And I just always love to tell people that, because nobody is responsible for my success. Nobody was there to hold my hand or anything like that. I found the opportunity. When you pay attention, when you are tenfold paying attention to what you are part of, you will find a way. Your will kicks in, and you will find a way. But anyways, just to throw this in here, I just enrolled my enroller a couple months ago, and she went Ruby last month, and she's going Emerald this month, my enroller. But so just through just going back office, I did the training academy twice. I read the product coach like 10 times. Like I was just jumping in the very beginning and I was just so intrigued. I was constantly intrigued. And I think that me being intrigued had to do with the fact that I was struggling so bad that part of my life, where the reason why I ended up joining was because, I saw that at the time there was a $500 bonus. And at that time in my life, and this is where it has a lot to do with timing too, I truly believe in timing, that I was looking for an additional income at that time in my life, because I was not making it, guys. Like I look at my life now, and I'll never forget where I came from. And I always made this example, but like when I was walking, if I saw a dime on the ground, like I picked it up. Or a nickel. Like I didn't walk by any change. Like I had a change jar, and I cashed that in at the change register. And like I was like struggling that bad, and I could not pay my student loan payment. I went to school really young. I graduated really early from high school. I went and got my bachelor's degree in 2 years. I was like ready for the world. Thought I was doing everything right. I got my degree. I really wanted to be. I always you know, manifesting was a part of my life before this business, but you know, the world is hard. And so like when you manifest these big dreams and this life that you know that you deserve, and then you try to do the steps that seem so right, you know, go to college, get a college degree, go get a job and do your degree, it doesn't add up when it comes to, okay, but you got to live by yourself and you got to pay all these bills and you have to start paying back this crazy amount of student loans that you got for this degree to have this dream life. And it was like this constant dead end where I just feel like I couldn't catch up, and I was looking for something because I deferred on my student loans. And I knew that, you know, I knew that credit just follows. You can't mess up your credit or it ruins your whole life. Like, unfortunately, and I deferred on my student loans. I was watching my credit score go down, and I was living off of credit cards. And I was like, I need to find an extra income. And I was doing like little expos, like trade shows on weekends and stuff that would pay me like in 45 days, but they would pay me good chunks of money. But I didn't want to get two jobs. Like I always like wanted to live life. Like I remember being really young and somebody somewhere, something saying, and now I'm the one that's saying it to people, hoping that it sticks, that you can live life by design. But like, in order to live life by design, you have to have control of your income. Income is just something that you just have to have in life. Like, you just have to. And so the $500 bonus is what got me in. And so I was like, how do I get this $500 bonus? And so that was going Ruby. So I went Ruby in about 2.5 months. I did all the videos and everything else. I just found the charts. I was like, okay, what is diamond? I don't even know what this stuff means. I learned everything myself, 400 GB, like everything. This is before we had the brand new, beautiful charts. And so I went diamond in 4 months without a bonus. Guys, I did not know that this company offered bonuses. I had no idea. I read the compensation plan. I had no freaking idea that there was these crazy bonuses that were announced every once in a while. I was just like, I gotta go diamond, cabs. I had no idea about bonuses, and I always like to tell that too, because a lot of people are so bonus driven. Guys, it is a bonus. Like, it's just a bonus. Screw the bonus, okay? Like, I'm coming up on, I'll get this part of my story. So I went diamond in 4 months, kept running with it. I you know, again, pay attention without an upline or just without any type of influence. You understand momentum when you're a part of it. I kept running. I went to conference. Couldn't afford to go to conference. Definitely couldn't afford to go to conference. And I went anyways, just because I kept seeing a bunch of leaders on YouTube. YouTube was like my holy grail of learning things. Say, go to conference, go to conference. I'm like, I can't afford it, but I guess I'm going. And I went, and that month I promoted to, so that was 7 months, or that was 6, well, that was 7 months in. I promoted to double diamond, and I got one of those bonuses. And then the next month, they extended them. I was like, oh, they extended them. Okay, going triple. Did not sleep. Did not clean my house. That was the last time I was sick. Got strep throat, went triple with 104th fever. Then went to the hospital on April 1st because I was dying. And then I got really, really complacent. I got complacent because never in my life have I ever seen a 10 before a comma monthly. And then that kept going up, and I really learned the power of residual income. And I'm telling you, my first 7 months, guys, were not pretty at all. I made a lot of sacrifices. I lost a lot of friends. I just became a part of something that I took full advantage of. And when you're taking full advantage of something, you have to continue to run with it, and you have to understand that short-term sacrifice really does equal long-term rewards. But I did get complacent and when I was triple, because I had never seen money like that, and I thought I was making it. I already had a relationship with God prior to joining this business, but this business definitely really brought the Lord into my life full force. And while I was sitting at triple for an entire year, He really came into my life even more. I'm gonna probably get emotional because I'm also pregnant, but He came into my life even more, and I started to realize I was worthy of more. And so finally, you know, I went back to conference. I always say, go to conference, guys. Conference is something that has to be in my life every year. There's no way that I will miss it for anything. I won't even miss green carpet. I have to go to these events. It's something that is just, it has to be done. And I went to conference, and I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm going Prez. I'm going to go Prez. And so I went Prez March of 2017. And that was an absolutely crazy run. And I through that 1 year of complacency, though, I did build a really, really strong team because I saw the power of residual income. Went Prez March 2017, got a $100,000 bonus. So by then I had earned $180,000 in bonuses, which is amazing, but I'm almost there. And then a couple months after, so not even a couple months, so March, April, so a month and a half after I went press, my mom called. So through promoting all the way to press, I was able to get all of my debt paid off, my credit cards paid off. I still have like one student loan to my name that I'm still paying off just because it's there. And I'm just like, whatever, I'm just going to pay it off because I had $100,000 in student loans when I first started this business. I'm down to like $15,000. I had like $50,000 in credit card debt because I was living off credit card. Those are completely gone. I now own a home. My cars are paid off. Like I have over $100,000 in savings going towards $250,000 in savings. I don't ever look rich. I believe that you should. I don't believe in looking like a millionaire. I believe in being a millionaire. But this is something that I love part of my story that I'm able to just give this to people is that, you're a part of this business and this business is limitless and you are able to create whatever type of income that you want. I am telling you right now, it has nothing to do, success is not individually like given. It is mindset given. With the right mindset, you are capable of the same success as anybody else in this business. And I have always worked this business with no end in mind. I just continue to work for my future. This month I'm working for my future. Going triple, I was working for my future. I was paying off my debt, but then all the money that I was making from it, I didn't spend it. I didn't do anything with it. I just saved and saved and saved. And I was working for my future. Thank the Lord that I have that mindset. And I love to give it to people because, so a month and a half after I went presidential diamond, my mother called, and it's that call. I'll never stop. I'll never be able to not cry because of this. My mom called and she gave me the call that she had cancer. And, I was across the country and I never thought, you never think it would happen to you guys. Like, you never think it's going to happen to you. I just didn't think it was going to happen to me. My mom is like this cute little girl. She's healthy. She eats salads. She is so active. Like, you just never think that it's going to happen to somebody. And she called me and I packed up everything I could and I was able to go to her side within 72 hours. And we go to all these doctors and everything else and they tell us that it's terminal. She had a 6-inch tumor between her wedge between her heart and her lungs. And it was non-small cell lung cancer, non-treatable, non-surgical, whatever. And I just didn't accept it. Like I remember being on my knees. Oh my God, sorry. And just telling God, like, I was not ready for it at all. So, I went to Google. I was like, how can I win? How can I beat this? How can I do this? And I found, I've heard about the Mayo Clinic, but I didn't know anything about it. I went into research about the Mayo Clinic, the best hospital. I was about to take her to Mexico, guys. Like, I was ready for anything. Best hospital in the world, 6-month waiting list to get in. And I packed up her stuff and I drove her right there. We went right through the emergency room. We got her in, and we got her in the system and everything else. But Mayo is a nonprofit hospital. Long story short, blah, blah, blah. They do clinical trials, all these things. But in order to get it going, get in, get started, screw insurance, nothing has to get approved, you can pay cash. And her treatment was $48,000. And I wrote a check. Sorry. It's so crazy. She's upstairs right now, actually sleeping. I wrote a check to do that, and now it's been a year and a half. She's cancer-free. I'm giving her a grandchild. I actually found out that I was pregnant the day after we found out that she was 1 year in remission. And here's the thing. Had I not continued to work this business, I'm so sorry. I'm so pregnant. Had I not continued to work this business and work with no end in mind and remind myself that, life is going to happen and you don't know what's happening around the corner, and to take full advantage of the opportunity that you are currently a part of, that wouldn't have been able to happen because the girl that was struggling to pay her student loan payment, that couldn't even afford $500 extra a month, when her mom would have called without this business, her mom would have died. And that's the God to honest truth. And that's how significant this business can be to your life as well, with the right mindset, with the right drive, with the right ambition, and truly taking full advantage of what we all have our hands on. And so I'm really sorry that I just did that. But now, like I said, I am pregnant with my first child, and it's such a blessing. She's upstairs. She stays with me every Monday and Tuesday night because my boyfriend works at night and she doesn't want me to be alone. And I love that she's going to be able to be a part. My child's going to know who his grandmother is. I just said her. We're going to have a kid right after this one. And I'm going to be able to stay at home mom. And that's something that I'm just so grateful again for this business, because I have so many amazing moms on my team that it really just strikes a chord for me, because I don't know how, I can't imagine leaving him. Like, I can't imagine not being here for my son through all the first. And I'm so grateful that now 3.5, almost 4 years later, that my story has just evolved into so much, but now I'm going into motherhood and I'm going to be able to experience motherhood, full force motherhood, and be able to be a stay-at-home mom and have my mom here with me the entire time and just live a life that I have truly designed. All right, I'm done. I'm going to stop.
Dude, that was so good. Like, it honestly, like, when you say you're working for your future, like, it blows my mind how many people give this opportunity up because they're comfortable of where you currently are. Like, you join this business for a reason. When it gets hard, you look at it and you say, you know, actually I'm good where I am. Like, it's not worth pushing through. And hearing like just how it just blows my mind. I just think that's so powerful. Okay. So my first question to you is going to be, you know, you mentioned you didn't have an upline when you started this business. What did you do on a day-to-day basis? You know, I know you mentioned YouTube that kept you motivated to push through the times when it was hard, because, you know, everyone knows starting this business, it's not always easy.
So here's the thing about, like, the month that I went diamond, halfway through that month, I was introduced to my upline. But so, you know, pay attention to little things. Like, I remember just being completely naive to this business, and I remember like little things that I have heard through the years, like just growing up, even in high school or whatever. Like, I remember hearing like, you know, like, success takes time, or like, work hard now, play later, or like, it takes money to spend. It takes money to make money. Or like, for instance, too, like network marketing. I remember Googling network marketing. One of the first books that I read was The Compound Effect. And in The Compound Effect, like it explains to you, you know, like, everything is compounded. Like, anything that generates a substantial amount of money, like this business does, you are front loading your work. It's like, I'm telling you, I worked so hard in the beginning, and I just had to when you want something, you're going to figure it out. Like, when you truly want something, you're going to figure it out. It's like why guys can't get away with anything. It's like, if we really want to figure out what they did wrong, like, we're going to figure it out. Like, it's just, when you truly want to figure out something, you will. And so I knew I could type in "it works" in Facebook, and I found a bunch of leaders. And I knew, I went to YouTube and I typed in "it works" and I found a bunch of people. I was using the tools that I knew were, everybody knows what YouTube is. Everybody knows they can use search bar on Facebook. It's just deciding to use those tools to find what you're looking for. Like, don't underestimate the ability for a woman to find stuff out. Guys, use that spidey sense. We can figure out anything that we want when it comes to our relationship. Well, we can figure out anything we want when it comes to this business. And that's so I just really just went. I just wanted to know it all, because I was, you know, I found Tiffany Herb. Tiffany Herb was one of the first people that I found when I joined this business, and I literally typed in like YouTube, like, when I was 24, I think, when I joined, I was a 24-year-old It Works distributor. I found Tiffany Herb, and she's crazy. And I have a part of my crazy that related to her crazy. And I was just like, oh my gosh, okay, who is this girl? And I was like finding her on Facebook and stuff like this. And then I found Alyssa Billiard, and it's just like this triggered everything else. And I'm like, these girls are that rich? Like, they're making that much money? Like, I gotta look at more stuff. Like, I gotta make that much money. So it just comes down to like factual evidence. Guys, if you see somebody making a lot of money in this business, then it's possible. Then you just got to figure out what they did to make that kind of money. And because there's really no, like I said, their success has no individual, like, it's not like you were chosen. It doesn't work like that. It all comes down to mindset and decision. And then, so when I was going diamond, So I didn't even know that I was in Tiffany Hurst downline. I didn't even know any of this stuff, nothing. But when I was going diamond, Rachel Jones reached out to me. I'm in Rachel Jones downline. And she reached out to me. She's like, hey, Rachel Jones, you're going diamond. I'm like, hey. And she's like, I'm your upline. I'm like, what's that? What's an upline? Nice to meet you. And then Rachel started to be a part of my business, and she started to help me out and direct me. And like, okay, like, this is what this means. And I'm like, hey, thanks so much. But so, yeah, I think I answered the question.
That was good. That was good. Okay, so starting business, we have a lot of new people on here. So my first question is, you majority of your business is built through social, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how important would you say of being consistent in, putting yourself on social media, posting, how important is that at the beginning of your business when you feel you are not seeing immediate results? Because we know that when we start, that's just not generally when people will start coming in.
So, you have to look at it. It's just perspective again. So you have to look. I looked at the beginning of this business, guys. So first off, some of you guys get your first 4 loyal customers in like a day. That's like good for you. It took me 22 days to get my first 4 loyal customers. All right. And I did not sign a distributor my first month. I was like, hey, I'm here. I'm going to take over the world. Like I was literally completely new to this. I did all the things that you shouldn't have done, like made a separate Instagram, make a separate Facebook page, like all the things that you shouldn't do. Don't do any of those things. And, but I just looked at the bigger picture. I looked at my Facebook. Okay. So I only had like 400 or something Facebook friends and I actually just made this example, and I'll make this example here because I talk to my newbies about this all the time, but I only had like 400 Facebook friends, and something in my head said, okay, that means I'm only reaching 400 people. And if I want to reach more people, it's a ratio. The more people I can reach out to, it's like they're not all going to order, but the more people that are there, the more likely I'm going to get people to order or join. And so I make this example with my team. I'll just do this really quick. To adding to your network, like if you're a brand new distributor, I do this as an example. Okay, so say, let's go fishing. Okay, and there's 2 ponds, and this pond over here has a sign, and it says there's 200 fish in this pond, and this pond over here has a sign, and there's 1,000 fish in this pond. Which pond are you going to go fishing in? You're going to go fishing in this pond. No one's going to be like, I'm going to take my chances and see if I can get one of those 200. No, everybody's going to go to the 1,000. Well, look at your network as your pond. The more people that you have in your network, the more likely you're able to catch a fish. So in the beginning, you have to understand that you're establishing yourself, though. Like, people need to take you seriously. Consistency comes with establishment. And the more people in your network that can see you, the better. So that's step 1. The more people that can see you in your network, the better. So just start building your network right away. I literally went to my boyfriend's page. I added every single female that he was friends with. Like, if you're friends with my boyfriend, you can be friends with me. Go to your brother's page, same. Go to your cousins, add all their friends. Like, there's easily 5,000 people in your web of network. You just got to go at them, and then establishing yourself. Like, it's who would you buy if you were? I like making this example too. If you were going to get your boobs done, sorry, if you're going to get your boobs done, are you going to go to? And there's 2 practices. Because it's serious. It's like under knife stuff, okay? So like there's 2 practices. One doesn't have a sign. One has a sign. One doesn't do marketing. One does a lot of marketing. One, you don't know when they're open or not. One, you know when they're open all the time. Who are you going to go to? You're going to go to this one. Why? Because there's a sign. Because they're open. Their hours are available. Because like they do marketing. You're not going to go to this little janky little just building that has nothing there, that doesn't talk about what they do or what they have or anything like that, because there's not enough credibility there. And so you have to understand those credibility sometimes takes time. I came into this business from not having a Facebook for like a year or something. And so I wasn't very active on Facebook. So I knew that I had to build trust. People need to trust that you are actually taking it seriously. Here's the thing. By now, all right, because we've had some pretty good explosions. But like, even with like, there's still no such thing as saturation. So, there's like, I don't even know the number. It's like 100,000 18-year-olds every single day or whatever. But maybe about probably like 8 out of 10 people have, I don't even know, whatever. People kind of know about it works, right? But don't ever think that it's ever saturated, because they know that one distributor that started to sell for maybe a month and then quit. Okay, I'm sorry. It's like, you have to establish credibility. You have to decide, okay, I'm going to be successful in this business, and I'm going to prove to everybody that I'm not going anywhere. People buy from somebody that decides that this is going to be like, you will always be able to come to me. And I'm telling you, like, that's the truth. Like, that is, I don't know how many times I've had, I want to buy from you because I know you're not going anywhere. I'm sorry, but I get that message all the time. As one-to-one mushy as I am, I still get that message. And it's kind of one of those things where, like, I know that I'm life for her life. I am really not going anywhere. But when somebody comes to me and they're like, so I mean, my cousin is selling and she's posted once, but like, she got me, it's like, obviously I'm going to do one-to-one mission, but at the same time, you don't even have to look at it. You have to look at it as like, there is credibility there. You have to start establishing your credibility. You have to be consistent. Your business has to be open. You have to be posting, and you have to be loud and proud, because nobody buys from somebody that's like, I don't know, maybe.
That's so good. And it's so true. Like, nobody is going to take your business more serious than you do. You really have to come in with the mentality like you're just going to learn how to be the best. Like, whenever I talk to a top leader, like, it's just the same answer. They were resourceful. They didn't dip their toe in the water. Like, they just went in full force. And I just feel like that is the only key, not the only, but that is the key to success. Like, that is what you have to do. Okay. So can you talk about just a couple new people on what is the method of you growing your business? I noticed, like, from your page, you very much are like attraction marketing. You're very much like, you have a very awesome page. So how are you making sure that you're growing your network with the same people that you would want to have on your page?
Okay, so I was once a Hooters girl, and they have really good training. I'm not going to lie. I swear, I always reference Hooters because they have really good training. But people, listen, everybody's doing life. Everybody's life sucks, guys. My life has sucked too. Hello, you just heard my story. Like, I was not like, oh my God, life is great. I'm going to get through this all great. Like, it wasn't like that. Like, life sucked, okay? Life is always happening to everybody every day. They hate their boss, or they hate their boyfriend that day, or their kids are driving them nuts, or their car breaks down, or like whatever. Life is happening to people every single day. What brings value to people every day? Laughter. Somebody being kind, somebody being funny, somebody living a life that they want, inspiration. And so I never train in attraction marketing, because I just think that, like, it's almost like this term that's like put on a pedestal, that it's like, I just want, and I do it sometimes where I'm just like, I'm not making enough people laugh this week, or I'm not making enough people happy this week, or I'm not inspiring enough people this week, or I'm not not helping enough people this week, or I'm not like bringing God into people's lives enough this week. Like, I just think like that. And so when you go to my page and you look at my posts, like, it's like today, like the post where I posted this picture of me holding a sign that says me trying to make mom friends. And I did like one of those like board signs, and it said, I see you have created tiny humans. I too have acquired this skill. And I had my belly there. It's like, my mindset behind that was, first off, there is business mindset behind that. I was the stay-at-home girlfriend for a long time. I was been single for a very long time, and like the independent woman, like Beyonce, like, I don't need no man kind of girl. And I never had moms in my network, but I know that now I'm more relatable to moms, and I have this spot in my heart for moms that I want to attract moms into my business. And it's like, now I understand mom problems, and like, I understand all these things where I want to attract them into my business. How do I make moms smile? How do I make them laugh? How do I make them, like, how can I be in like the mom circle? I just think of those things, like relatable things. It's like, I can't even wait to get my first baby blowout. I'm posting that all online because it's relatable. And you just got to think, here's the thing. If you think you're boring, I am so boring. I am so boring. Like, your boring is relatable to somebody else. And if you put it out there in a funny way, you're going to get people that are just attracted to you. So like when you're brand new, if you like cats, or knitting, or like whatever it is, there are other people out there that like that stuff too. Be the one that people go to for you to be like, this girl likes knitting too. this girl loves her cat too. People want to feel like there's a clique, like there's a group of their like stuff in their life, like, or there's like a thing that other people do too. It's like, I mean, I don't know, like I just like, you know, those really obnoxious bloggers or women or whatever that are just like, they say things, you're like, I can't believe she said that. I think that all the time. But she said it out loud. And you're just like, now I'm going to stop your entire life every single day because I just appreciate you saying that out loud in public. You be that person. Be that person to people. And I just talk and I don't even know if I'm answering your question or not. What was the question?
No, that was good. That brought it back around. Like, it's just growing your network with the people that you're going to connect with. Like, if you're posting about moms and like you're a mom, and like for me, for example, I tried to grow my network with makeup artists once, and I like can't even draw my eyebrows on straight. Like, I don't know how to use makeup. So like, just no relatable, like nothing relatable. So I think it's just strategic how you're doing that. Okay. So my last question for you is, like, if you were to if someone's brand new in this business, they're overwhelmed, they're new, they're like, man, I don't know if this is for me. What is your pep talk for them? Like, what is your, like, you can do this business?
You know, so, okay. All this, like, I don't know, if you're brand new on this, if you're just like, who is this girl? What is she talking about? Like, whatever. I promise you everything. I promise everything. I put this on my son. This business is all mindset. And then you're going to be like, well, what do you mean? I got to do host to post, and I got to post, and I got to do all these opportunity posts. I got to post about products. I got to message. But it is all mindset. It is all mindset. This business is all mindset. I think about it every single day. It is hard to teach mindset. But if you continue to just talk about it, and that's what I'm trying to do right here, if I continue to just share, like, it is all mindset. There are so many different if you're brand new, yes, you can do this business. Yes, you can be a top 150 income earner. So how does that to do with mindset? I don't know what to post. That is a mindset. I'm going to figure out what to post is another mindset. I'm going to take this post from somebody else and modify it just so I get a post up. That's a mindset. But the first mindset was, I don't know what to post, so I'm not gonna. Okay, so we all don't know what to post, all right? Every morning we wake up, none of us know what to post. I don't know what to post. She doesn't know what to post. Nobody knows what to post in the morning. But you know what we do? We figure it out. We figure out what to post. We just get it done. We just figure it out. So tomorrow in the morning, we're all gonna wake up. All of us, we're all going to say I have the same amount of hours as fiance, fact, and we're all going to be like, what should we post? And the ones with the right mindset are going to figure out what to post and then post it. The ones with the medium mindset are going to go take a post, not change it and post it. Then a little higher, they're going to change a little bit. And then the ones that are like us, that are like, okay, how can I add value to people's lives today in the morning? I love to inspire people in the morning. We're going to think of something that we're going to take time, and we're going to think about something that we can give people that will, when they see it, they're going to be like, oh, God, I love her. I posted something today, and all I said was it today? I don't even know. You don't remember anymore when you're pregnant. Maybe it was today, maybe it was yesterday, and I said, give somebody a meaningful compliment today. I promise you it'll make you both feel good. I said something like that. And I was just thinking about it because I was just like I was looking at myself in the mirror. This is where it came from. I was looking at myself in the mirror. And yeah, like I posted today a sideways pic, whatever, but like you get insecure when you're pregnant. Okay, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm just like, am I gonna get my body back? and my mom was like, you look really cute today. Like you're cute pregnant. And my boyfriend was like, no, you're hot pregnant. And I was just like, that made me feel good. And I just literally took that and I made it into a status, and I'm like, go give somebody a compliment today. It makes you guys both feel good. Because I know that my mom and my boyfriend felt good, and I felt good, and it's just like, it's adding value, and it's thought process. It's depth. Guys, everything that has value has depth. You want to have a valuable, like, relationship with your network, find depth, take time. You want to have like a successful business, get into the depths of this business, get into the depths of learning and finding new things, new ways to work this business. Brainstorming. I think that everybody forgot about brainstorming. In high school, you used to get in groups and you used to throw ideas each other's way. And then all of a sudden at the end of the brainstorming section, there was just huge, great idea that came from multiple minds. Like when you get into this business, you have multiple minds. You have your enroller's mind, and here's the thing: blow them up. They enrolled you. You are entitled to blow their up. You can blow them up. You can call them. You show up at their door. They don't answer. Show up at their parents' door. You are entitled to do that. They are your enroller. And then if they don't do that, if they went to Africa, go to the next one. You are entitled to communicate with anybody that you want to communicate. Go find another brain to work with and brainstorm and work. And if you want to develop yourself, you can't do it alone. And I didn't do it alone. I had YouTube. I might not have a brain right there next to me or somebody I could text and call, but I had everybody's brain on YouTube that I could build from, or I could just read people's posts and just build from people's posts. But it's if you're brand new, one of the best things I could possibly say to you is try to fight all your excuses. Try to fight every single one of them. It's going to make you an amazing person. The girl that joined is not this woman. This woman is like super extra. She has grown so much over the last 3.5 years. The girl that joined was shy, timid, opinionated, pissed a lot of people off, was not open to new things. Like, there is so much growth in this business, and you have to be willing to grow. But start growing by growing into your best self, and start accepting, or not accepting your excuses. Like, excuses are like, they just never stop ending if you don't stop them. You can come up with a post in the morning. If you have to use Pinterest, use Pinterest. I have used Pinterest so many times. Sometimes I take a lot of credit for some memes that I found on Pinterest, which is okay. I just redesign them and then I put my name on it. It's fine. But just don't make excuses. And you can always do more. Know that you can always do more. I'm probably responsible for at least 1,000 of the views on beating the Giants. I just know that the death crawl and beating the Giants is beating the Giants or facing the Giants. The death crawl. And the video, sometimes I just turn it on just to watch it, to remind myself, go more. Like, sometimes we got to be our own coach. It's okay. Like, coach yourself. When you just give up, we all have guilt. When you are like, I'm not going to post, what do you feel? You're like, I know I should. If you're not going to, if you see somebody message, just stop thinking about things and start doing things. We're all capable of it. The only difference between you and anybody else is that they're doing it and you're thinking about doing it. That's it. I promise you this, nobody has died from posting or messaging or host a posting or enrolling a distributor or enrolling a loyal customer or upselling or doing, or nothing. None of those things. Not a single one. Not a single one of us. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Well, dude, you're awesome. I appreciate your time so much. Thank you for taking the time to just answer these questions. I know my team is so excited that you're on here. So I appreciate your time, and I think you're awesome.
Hey, thanks. That's it?
That's it. We do quick things.
Okay.
Well, yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And you guys, I'm going to get this recording up tonight. So
Cool. Bye, guys.
Take care. Okay, see ya.